Welcome back to the Dumbfounded Dipshits. And Tom, today's episode was an idea that came up on Sunday when we had our last episode about the richest stoners in the world. And I think we should just, maybe not in numerical order, but like just try to see who else is in contention and just reiterate other people who we had mentioned to see exactly how loaded they are. I think most of these people that we've been looking at are just like super famous, but aren't like that as rich as you think they are.
Okay, so I've had the list 50 most successful marijuana enthusiasts you should know.
Now, what is like the standard of success?
I don't know. A lot of these people
Like
are
somebody who hasn't filed for Chapter 11.
a lot of these people are apparently they are. Well, a lot of them are musicians and artists, or in the entertainment industry.
Entertainment industry, yeah. Most of them.
Because you have
But
to be really high on drugs.
Yeah, well, I guess there are a couple. All right, in the Google list, right, for just most famous.
Yes.
We're not talking about how much money's in their wallet, but just most famous. You get your typicals, right?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, right?
Yep.
Snoop
I have
Dogg,
Zayn Malik. You know who that is? Apparently, it's the former One Direction member. Jay-Z, obviously. We have Jay-Z. He's up there. And Jay-Z's a billionaire.
Jay-Z is a billionaire, yeah. I mean, you have two billionaires so far because you have Rihanna and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
They're
and
both billionaires.
You have Doug Benson, but I don't know if he's really like...
He's just a famous stoner, but Joe Rogan's not up there, and he's a famous stoner.
Bill Maher.
You know what I mean? There's
a
whole bunch. Yeah, Bill Maher's on this list, but there's a whole bunch of famous people.
We
that are on
have Bill
it.
Maher. We have... Okay, I'm just going to share the list.
The Google list?
Did you not just mispronounce his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Who, the Wiz Khalifa?
No, the guy from One Direction. I'm not supposed to look. Come on now. Come on. Do I care about pronouncing his name?
Come on. The only person I know from that band is Harry Styles, because he's in movies now.
Wait, he was in One Direction?
Harry Styles is in One Direction.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I hate that band even more now. I rarely...
He was like their Justin Timberlake. How Justin Timberlake was like in sync, but he became like more famous than the actual. Well, the boy band was pretty famous back in the day, but Justin Timberlake was the only one who actually stayed famous.
I wouldn't say Hunter S. Thompson was rich anyway, but he's famess.
He's famous, yeah.
Lady Gaga, come on.
She has to be
There's
rich,
your boy.
though. I think Carl Sagan, but he wasn't rich either. I think he was director of the Hayden Planetarium or something like that, the Natural History Museum in New York.
But the reason why these people are popular is because the average person's a fucking idiot and will think anything is cool and oh, look at him, oh my god, he's so dreamy. He's probably a date rapist and gives zero shits about you.
Who? You mean Carl Sagan? No,
No, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Oh,
whatever the hell
Harry
that
Styles.
fucking loser's name is. Isn't he a they now? Didn't he come out as a they?
No, maybe.
Or he wore a dress. Oh, he wore a dress, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's so brave."
Yeah,
he's not brave. People used to go to war in dresses.
Well, I mean, Kurt Cobain went to play concerts and went to award shows in dresses.
It was a kilt, but still. Well, Kurt Cobain wasn't a dress. Yes, but Kurt Cobain was the man. He played good music.
No, but you sound like a mad boomer right now. But
he played back in my day. Music was music. Nowadays,
you sound like a salty old man. Yeah.
No, but I still respected Justin Timberlake more than I respected Harry Styles. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm not into like One Direction, or I couldn't even tell you or even hum a tune.
I can't either. If I heard it, I'd probably recognize it.
A lot of that stuff is shit that's been done before and just gets regurgitated. Now you got and I think he did the they them thing as like sort of I feel like it was like a stunt, and I think it's sort of trendy to do that shit now. Like it's
some bops. What does that even mean? Harry Styles has some
teeny bops. Bops, tunes, jams.
Yeah, for people that have zero taste in fucking music,
Yeah, I can't get down with. Yeah, I don't. The
Like
thing is,
like I'd rather listen to fucking Michael Bublé for Christ's sake.
hey, listen, don't knock Michael
No,
Bublé every
no, he
Christmas.
he can fucking sing.
He's the
He
new.
could fucking sing.
Fuck Mariah Carey. Michael Bublé is the voice of
Yeah,
Christmas.
man, for reals. You're such a boomer. Wow. I was just called a boomer by a stranger on the internet.
Mike, you mad boomer, Mike. You're giving off mad boomer vibes.
Yeah, as I hit
You know,
my fucking
your,
digital
your,
electric dabber.
yeah.
Back in my day, we had to use a fucking butter knife and a blowtorch.
You smoke pot like a caveman with fucking with a flint and a wrapped leaf. Like pretty much halfway there, it was because there is a flint on the fucking on the on the lighter there. But yeah, it's like a caveman. Now you don't have to. Now electricity does it for you.
Wow, I'm called a boomer
Yeah.
stoner.
Mike is a mad boomer stoner. This
I
is
am
the
not.
thing. Do you know what's crazy? Mike's mad boomer stoner.
I am
do you know
not.
Do you know what's crazy though? What's crazy is that being a stoner is mad boomer now. There's all these different weird fucking drugs that are out there that people are into that I can't even pronounce.
You're still smoking pot? I can't believe it. I'm doing fentanyl.
I'm sprinkling fentanyl into my eyeballs and I'm going to fucking Jupiter.
You don't know what being high is until you did some K, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta get in that K hole, bro.
You get kids who fucking do Molly like how we used to smoke pot back in the day.
Yeah, but that's nothing new. People used to pop fucking ecstasy before Molly was around.
That's true, yeah.
I remember this kid I used to fucking know. His name was Max. I don't know his last name, but his father died and he inherited. It's like the same story I hear all the time, but this is a true story. His father died and he inherited a bunch of money, and he basically was doing 10 ecstasy pills a day for like forever.
All right? There was same with me. There was two people that I met. One kid was like sort of like, I guess like Long Island, like Guido, and the other kid was like like off the boat, like Russian speaking. Could have been like Ukrainian or from Belarus or something like that.
Yeah.
But they were like that though. Both of their parents had money, and I remember one of the kids was like, his house was like a party, like the house that he rented with these guys was just like a party house. And he was like sort of spoiled like that and did ecstasy every weekend. But
Nice.
it went from every weekend to like doing it like every day. Like he was like the first one that you would hear that like it wasn't working on him anymore. And you were like, what the fuck? How much are you taking that it's like not working on you anymore? Like I knew dudes who would who would go to raves and they would just trip on acid so much that they were like, if I take two hits, it does nothing to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, how much do you got to be taking of that shit before it just stops affecting you? Like the strong shit. Like, how much ayahuasca do you have to do before you're like one of those shamans that does nothing to them? Like, those motherfuckers are barely affected by it.
I don't. Well, you don't. I heard it's a drug that you don't want to do it every day.
Yeah, but there are people who did. There are people who were fucking popping ecstasy pills like every
No,
day.
I was talking about ayahuasca. I heard when you do it, you don't want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
It makes
Let's
you
see, who
scared.
else is
It makes you like scared of the world.
famous stoners?
Well, these Arnold Schwarzenegger's on this list.
Snoop Dogg, Arnold, Bob Dylan. Really?
I don't know if he's on the Rolling Stone list, but he's on this other list that I have over here, and he's also on the Google list too. Apparently, you ever see that?
Bill Gates. Really?
Does he smoke weed and pumping iron? Do you know that documentary they did?
I think he did. I think he did.
He was, right? And I think he like apparently was a stoner into like adulthood, because he's just like I mean, in through adulthood. Ghostface. All you got to say all of Wu-Tang, right?
Well, it says they all
Wu-Tang
used to smoke in their past, but a lot of them don't anymore. But he sells THC oil.
Everybody's got a brand now. Then you could even say like
Come on, how do you know Abraham Lincoln? Apparently, a number of U.S. presidents were Kush fans, but it was Honest Abe who quoted all over the internet. Two of my favorite things: sitting on my front porch, smoking a pipe of sweet hemp, and playing my Your what harmonica? Whatever. However, some.
Abraham Lincoln on this list is like number 12.
Let's see. Michael Phelps famously was. You know what I want
Yeah.
to say? The person that took a picture of him and posted it everywhere is the true
Rat.
scumbag in that situation.
Rat. That was such a rat move.
Hugh
That was
Hefner
such a
smoked
rat
a
move.
lot of things.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, he was.
Really? Like we didn't know about Bob Marley?
I have a question, right? Now, we were saying, like, not last week, on Sunday, we were like, who are the richest stoners in the world? And we're like, all right, well, if Rihanna's a billionaire and she's like a notorious stoner, she's got to be, like, the richest
Well,
stoner
Bill
in the
Gates
world.
was on that list too.
Yes. But Bill Gates doesn't flaunt that he's a pothead.
My desk is very dusty, and I always realize how dusty it is during the podcast. Sorry, yeah, but
We should have like a little emote just go across the bottom of the screen of a feather duster that's just like hi, you know, like that girl from like that girl from Intervention. Like, I'm walking on sunshine. Like, we should have I'm walking on sunshine be our fucking mascot. That just like.
Oh wait, we got no background music going on. Hold on, where's that background music?
Are you gonna put like reggae background music for Bob Marley? Now my
No,
question is,
I don't have
getting
that, I
back to
don't
the richest stoners, Bob Marley's a brand, right?
Now he is, yeah.
Like Elvis. Like Elvis became a brand, right? So, what is like the Bob Marley estate worth, which would sort of posthumously make him one of the richest potheads of all time?
Let's see. Bob Marley
brand net worth. Because I'm saying
500 million.
So he doesn't even reach. So it's like half a billion.
It's still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money, but most of these people on this list sort of float around that. Like, as far as like if you were to say the richest, well, Drake is. I mean, Drake is known for being like, you know, like, I guess, like, you know, being a hip hop artist.
Not even that, but I was gonna. It's like
but
yeah.
He's
Who
not,
cares?
And he's
like,
known for acting, but he's not known for being a pothead. He might be a pothead, but like Miley Cyrus, all she does is talk about fucking weed. You know what I mean? She's like a huge pothead, but like she wears
Supposedly
it on her sleeve.
she had to quit because it was interfering with her life. Supposedly.
Oh, I thought it was her vocal cords.
Jimi Hendrix, of course.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah, but alive. I want to see alive.
Jerry Garcia, of course.
Well,
Cheech and Chong, of course.
Yeah, they're the most famous potheads of all time, I think.
Lil Wayne, of course.
How rich is Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne has got to be pretty loaded, right?
Let's see.
But watch, 500 million. Watch, it's like 500 million.
That's pretty loaded for, you know, a rapper.
Know, but nobody's really touching $1 billion besides Jay-Z and Rihanna.
170 million.
I mean, it's loaded, dude. I'm not rich shaming the rich.
Kirsten Dunst smokes weed? That's even hotter than I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
This is. Yeah, I think she's at the bottom of this list. She's like number 40 on this.
Brad Pitt,
But
no shit. Woody Harrelson,
Kristen
no
Stewart,
shit.
Woody Harrelson,
The
Brad
Beatles. Come on, the Beatles
Yeah.
smoked everything.
Pitt. Yeah.
Robert
Johnny
Mitchum.
Depp. Robert Mitchum. He was a notorious pothead. Well, he was arrested for possession in 1948.
Wiz Khalifa, no shit.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen with the Wu-Tang shirt, no shit. Cameron Diaz, really? Really?
Yeah, I thought I knew that too. That she's
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I actually, someone told me that story. She went to school with Snoop Dogg, and she notoriously said she bought weed with him, from him.
Imagine you get to say that, like, Snoop Dogg was my weed dealer in fucking high school. Like,
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he was my pot dealer in high school.
Matthew
Get the fuck
McConaughey.
out. We knew that. Steve Jobs, I think, really, because it's like Silicon Valley, a lot of those guys in like San Jose are potheads, like tech.
Whoopi. I don't care about Whoopi. She's a traitor. Whoopi Goldberg is a race traitor.
What do you mean?
She's a race traitor.
How she sells out like black people?
No, she says all those
What do you
anti-Semitic things, and her last name's Goldberg.
Oh, I think that's a stage name. I'm not sure if that's her.
So that's even worse. So she did.
her real
So
name.
she wants to discredit the Holocaust and steal Judaism's name, Jewish names.
Did
I don't
she
know.
apologize? Did she
This-
apologize for that? I thought
What?
she apologized.
Her last name?
Yeah, I know. That's
Did
sort
she,
of
wait,
appropriation.
did she apologize
What do
for
you
her
mean?
last name? No, because she doubled down on it and said it again. After
When?
apologizing for the first time, I'm telling you, she said
Yeah.
it again. Hold on, let's see. I'll look it up.
I remember her saying something like about like the Holocaust. maybe
December
6 months
24th,
ago?
2022.
All right.
Whoopi Goldberg doubles down on Holocaust views in new interview. So she says the same thing again.
But yeah, but the one thing she said before the first time was on The View. She said something on The
Yes,
View,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. And then she apologized for that, but then she said something else in an interview.
Yes. Who? I never even heard of this band.
I think they're like a sort of Black Sabbath-y Doom kind of ish band. I don't know. Like I never really got into them.
Cypress Hill, of course. They have a show on YouTube about it. The hotbox or something. They hotbox the car.
Yeah.
Well, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Yeah.
He had to quit smoking joints and switch to vaporizers because it was hurting his lungs
Yeah,
and
he's
throat.
88 years old. That's it. He had to quit actually smoking it.
Redman and Method Man, of course.
No shit. Yeah.
2 Chainz.
I mean, listen. Can't you just be like any rapper? Ricky Williams.
Ben
I'd
and
say
Jerry,
every football
of
player,
course.
yeah.
Of
Those
course,
players,
Ben and
yeah.
Jerry.
How much is Ben and Jerry's worth? Because that's obviously a byproduct of the stoner community in Vermont, right? Because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely their
wow.
inspiration. How much is Ben and Jerry's worth?
Hold on. I see Ben's net worth is 150 million. The company's net worth is 1 billion.
It's $1 billion business. Ben and Jerry's is $1 billion business. Mike is dying live.
You couldn't hear me. I muted it, right? Okay. So
We didn't hear your bodily fucking
it was
noises
gross. It
coming
was
from
fucking
the
gross.
depths of your
It was
lungs.
like it's like right there in the back of my nose.
Yo, so Ben and Jerry's is $1 billion business, right?
Of course. I mean, it's stoner ice cream.
Yeah, and for real, you got to figure like maybe not everybody who eats Ben and Jerry's is a stoner, but a lot of stoners eat Ben and Jerry's.
I feel like that shouldn't even be on the list. Of course, guys. Of course. The owner of High Times magazine,
Yeah.
smokes weed. Of course. Yeah, it does. Their ice cream they do have like some of the best flavors ice creams.
But then
Like-
one could also argue that stoners just buy a lot of ice cream worldwide, maybe not just Ben and Jerry's.
Well, wasn't it Peyton Manning that opened up the Papa John's chains right in Colorado right before they legalized?
I mean, any sort of like
Yeah, I mean, if
You
you're gonna
know?
open up a Taco Bell, the best time would be right before they legalize cannabis. So and put
Yeah.
each Taco Bell by each recreational facility.
dispensary, yes, because people will pick up on their way home. Peter Chosh, famous reggae singer. Kevin Smith, yeah, that's the thing. Like Kevin Smith, he's loaded, right? We didn't mention him on Sunday either.
He's not loaded.
You don't think Kevin Smith is loaded?
No. How much you think he's worth? What would be your guess?
200 million. 50? 11?
25.
He's worth $25 million?
He doesn't print. He doesn't print. Like his movies don't like. He has a cult following. I mean, the new Clerks 3 or whatever was basically
Yeah.
straight
I
to
saw that in the
DVD.
theater. Yeah, I saw it in the theater. Like, but like
Oh
2
yeah,
weeks, and then
it
was
played
taken
in a
off.
few. Yeah, yeah. I forgot. I
Yeah,
could
and
have
they
went. I
took it off in
forgot.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Who else? Roseanne. Come on.
Roseanne, we've known she's been a stoner forever.
Nate and Nick
The
Diaz.
Diaz,
I'm not
yes.
surprised, motherfucker.
That's my favorite famous stoner right now. Is Nate
Well,
Diaz.
so they used to test back. When was it? During Pride, and
10 plus
they
years
would
ago.
they would test and get levels from people, as they should. And Nate Diaz, when he bought Takanami Gomi, like I said his name probably completely wrong.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But when
yeah.
he fought him, he
Uh-huh.
got beat up in the fight, but he ended up beating up the other guy at the end of the fight, beating up Gomi, and submitting him. When the blood test came back, they said there was enough weed in his system that meant he had to literally smoke right before he walked out. He had so much in his system that he had just consumed weed.
Wow.
And then I think it was actually Nick Diaz, not Nate Diaz. Nick Diaz was like, yeah, I was high as shit.
But I think that's true for a lot of his fights.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean? That's how he's so calm with fucking wrapping people up when he actually takes them to the ground. But he's down to bang because he's sort of like a street guy.
Who's Rob Van Dam? Oh, the wrestler.
RVD
Never mind.
from-
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his neck a couple of times, so that makes sense.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris? She's
Yeah.
a pothead?
Yeah. She had so much work done, and she used to look so good.
Yeah, she didn't.
I mean,
need
not
to,
good. She was
but
cute. She wasn't like what happened? What'd you say? You weren't a fan?
I didn't think she needed to.
No, that's what I'm saying. She didn't.
She didn't need to, but she just did it early. You know.
Sarah
Hollywood,
Silverman.
man. Yeah, I thought I maybe she was a pothead.
There's an episode of what was it? Keeping It Blunt with Mike and John, but I don't know the name of the episode. And it was like, if I don't know, it was all about Sarah Silverman, because apparently me and John both have a crush on Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman was, yeah. She's definitely like kept her youthfulness, like, 'cause she's like 50.
Yeah, I think she's over 50.
She might be.
Let's see. She is 52.
Mm. But she still looks like she's in her 30s.
I wouldn't say 30s, but you know.
I would say she looks like she's 38 years old.
What was that movie she was in? What was the name of that movie? What was the name of that movie?
I know she was on one season of SNL.
I can't think of the name of the movie.
Why don't you IMDb it? Let's see. Let me IMDb.
I'm looking right now. I can't find it. Maybe in my brain she's not.
She was on TV shows, I think.
No, she was in movies, but she's in Maestro. I worked on that. It didn't come out yet. And neither did Bradley Cooper. Oh, okay.
What, the one that's just coming out? Hold on.
Yeah, I worked on that.
It says she was on School of Rock.
I don't remember what I'm thinking of. But where's this video? Let's share this video, and we're gonna watch a video.
Of just people getting high?
Well, it's gonna be the first time they're smoking.
Are they scientists? I want to see those scientists smoke weed. Instead of doing that fake ecstasy shit. You remember those scientists?
Yeah, they did episodes where they smoke weed, but it's kind of boring because he does all those other drugs. You know, he does real drugs, not those lame those.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that they're not like regular pot users, so they might just get really high.
Okay, so I might be. Yes.
That guy. That's
Hold
his
on.
first time.
I might be being judgmental here, but I'm not saying every guy that looks like him smokes weed, and I'm not referring to the color of his skin either. But I'm not saying every guy that looks like him smokes weed. I am saying every guy I've ever met that looks like him smokes weed. And you might be thinking, internet world, how does someone such as myself know people like that? Well, much like Ryan Murphy, we are cultured, motherfucker.
Yeah.
we grew up in a big city. I have many cultures in my family. I have many cultures in my friends.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I met plenty of dreads at work who. This is the thing. What it's hard for me to believe is that this is his first time smoking weed ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I did know dreads who were like, yeah, I tried it when I was a kid, but I didn't like it. Like everybody's at least tried it. You know what I mean? Not to sound judgmental.
Like
my first time pot user in my head in above 50 is some silver haired, maybe horseshoe, like white male, like sort of, you know, just said fuck it to going to church and just giving up on church, and this is like their first time smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like I don't see it as like some,
and
you know.
Even the shot I paused it on, it looks like he's doing what we normally do when we smoke. We kind of let it float in front of you before you inhale, and then inhale and let it go.
This is probably not his first time. It's probably the guy next to him's first time. How about I'm guessing that.
This guy might not have smoked pot. Maybe.
This guy looks like he forgot all the time he smoked pot. This guy legit looks like he doesn't remember smoking pot the 175 times in his life before, because he's probably on like some sort of like he's definitely drunk.
He looks like first off, let's just say he looks like a serial killer with that jacket on. He looks like he could be Ted Bundy's relative with that jacket on. Sorry, buddy.
He carries a flask in his inner pocket that's always half full.
With human blood? No, I'm kidding.
No. Yeah, he's either drank heavy. Yeah, he definitely looks like if Jeffrey Dahmer didn't go to jail and didn't get beaten to death and kept eating fucking young gay boys. That's what he looks like. He does look like that.
I'm happy he got beat to death. Anyway.
Hi there, my name's Robert.
My name's Marvin.
My name's Marvin. I'm here right now to get high, and I'm already high.
I believe the guy in the floral pattern shirt, the Hawaiian shirt, that guy never smoked weed.
Hold on. Marvin is here because it's free weed, not because he's never gotten high. They said, hey sir, have you ever smoked weed before? And he's like, is this a cop? No, I haven't. No.
Never.
Well, we want you to take in a survey where you get to smoke weed for the first time. Free weed? Even the way he hits it there, unless he's a cigarette smoker, he smoked like that. But
hi there, my name's Robert.
My name's Marvin.
I'm Graham, and I never smoked, but now I'm dying to try it.
What were the main reasons you guys never tried marijuana?
Well, the reason I never tried is because
I'm high right now.
Taboo. And
taboo.
You know, the environment I was in was sort of a church environment, so we were never around it. It was never around us.
Never had the urge to, even though my friends were smoking and sniffing glue paint.
Yo, you're gonna tell me this guy's never sniffed glue before? You're gonna tell me this guy's never sniffed glue before? His outfit is because he huffs glue.
So I walk into the office one day at work. This is my old job, and my boss is sitting there like this. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, oh, it gets you high a little bit. Bro, I can give you weed, man. Like, he's Canadian, I might add. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, I can give you weed. I literally put weed on his desk, and he looks at it, he picks up the weed, and he's like, Mike, I don't know how to roll this. So give me the fucking shit. Give me the shit. I roll it for him. I go, here you go. He goes outside, he lights it, takes one puff, puts it down, comes back inside, and goes, I'll just stick to the marker, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Oh my god.
This is a true story. I was like, what the fuck? But he wasn't snipping the small, he was actually snipping the giant, the Magnum size Sharpie, not the small ones. But
well, they stink. The thing is, listen, I remember being in elementary school, well, actually junior high school, and because that's when you started using Sharpies a lot, right? And highlighters and all that.
Yeah, it was
shit.
called graffiti, you know?
Yeah. And graffiti back in the day, you know, but like they were for a second is something that you go, oh, and then you laugh with your friends in the back of class, and then you get in trouble for causing ruckus with your friends in the back of the classroom. You know what I mean? And then that's where it stops. Like
not when you're a 45-year-old dude, apparently. Well, he's 41.
That shit kills more brain cells like per second than any inhalation of marijuana. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think anything fucking actually kills
that
brain
really cuts
cells.
that.
I don't. There's some people
No,
out there.
the brain
that,
cells die because that shit. What it does.
No,
is
I
it
understand what
completely
you're saying.
blocks the oxygen
No, I
from
understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I just don't believe when they say that anymore. Because I know plenty of people that have been hit in the head so many times and they didn't turn out to look like or be like Muhammad Ali. Just saying.
Yeah. I think it's affected based on like person to person. So it's like you get some people who are concussed who may not ever show symptoms of that concussion later on, and you get some people who get hit once like that and their whole world is rocked for the rest of their life. They're having nightmares. They're fucking you know what I mean? Like there's like from the same injury. It could be the same injury. Some people are just a little bit more resilient when it comes. I mean, depending on how hard you get hit in the head. I mean, obviously, some people get to that point of no fucking return where it's like, you ever meet somebody and like maybe you've seen a scar on their face, but like, like they definitely are the way that they are because because of a head injury that they suffered. Like you meet them off the bat, this person suffered a head injury. You ever meet people like that?
Yes, pest. You're laughing, but I'm not even joking. He was hit by a tow truck, and he was definitely not the same after that. I'm not saying anything's physically or mentally wrong with him. Yeah. I'm just saying it definitely changed his personality a little bit.
I know somebody who started talking a lot slower after several head injuries, and one of them I witnessed. Like, one of them, this kid hit the fucking crossbar in a fence hard, and it clotheslined him, and you heard dong, and it rung out through the fucking chain link fence.
All right,
let's
watch these.
Not the same afterwards.
These old guys try weed for the first time.
I predict the same for these guys. They're not going to be the same afterwards.
Where'd it go?
Even
there we go.
Later in life.
I didn't realize the spacebar does that.
Even though my friends were smoking and
sniffing glue, paint. I like how these two guys start laughing at him. These two guys are like, "Yo, you picked up this weird guy with us." What?
Urge to not even drink. I was just a happy-go-lucky guy all the time.
It's always been a negative thing in my mind, and I've never really wanted to jump off that particular bridge.
There's a lie there.
Paraphernalia. That's what
He's like, oh, okay. He's like, all right, this is happening.
They're not going to explain to them what to do with any of this stuff.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah, but if you don't explain how a bong works, you're going to hit it too hard and hate the experience.
Where's the carb?
Or not understand how to get the smoke out of it. Because if you never take the carb piece out, that smoke's never going to hit your lungs. It's going to stay spitting at the bottom.
So you saying this is reckless not giving them a coach?
Yes. Like at least go look. At least
these guys
press the button and say when it vibrates, start sucking, and there you go. There's your direction. Doesn't.
Cigarettes, man. I try one of these things.
I said that to someone at work once because I brought this to work. We were done for the day, and I go, here, press the button twice. When it vibrates, start sucking. And he goes, he said something like, I wish you knew how many times I said that to someone.
These guys are about to vibrate right now. They think have they smoked a cigarette before? They would have had to.
What is he about to ask?
Smells like a dead skunk, doesn't it?
Nasty.
Wow, guys. Yo, Hiddleston. Yo, no joke. That's what I'm saying. Listen, read that. Guidance is key. Guidance is key.
Yeah, I think, but you gotta understand, like, friends would play pranks on people. Like, if they know that you never smoked the bong before, your friend would be like, here, and not show you on purpose, and you don't, like, want to look like
I had never,
so you end up...
I had never smoked a gravity bong before. Right? Never.
Okay.
And my friend's like, here, hit the gravity bong. If you don't know what a gravity bong is, you should look it up. But basically,
the one you did, were you able to put your head inside the bucket, or was it bigger?
No. It's on the floor. It's a big bucket on the floor with a Gatorade, the big big high not Mountain Dew, not Mountain Dew. What's it? Fucking the big high C fruit punch. whatever it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
But the
yeah,
gallon
yeah.
size from like Costco.
Hawaiian Punch, yeah.
Hawaiian Punch, and it's cut open at the bottom.
Yes.
That on top is the piece with the that you light.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's in the
yeah.
water. You light it. You lift it up slowly, so the whole thing fills up. Then you put the light down. You take the cap off. You put your mouth on the top and you push it down. You inhale all that smoke. So he didn't really tell me how to do it. I watched him do it, so I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna die." And he said, he goes, "The trick is to do it as fast as possible." That's not the trick. The trick is to do it as slow as possible. He wanted to watch me die,
Yeah.
and I nearly fucking died. It was so much. I could smoke. Oh
Cough
my
to get
god.
off.
Oh my
Cough to
god.
get
Cough
off.
to get off. I was gonna vomit.
Yeah. I remember those days. The first time I did a gravity bomb was at Deer Park, 5-gallon, right? And what they did was they cut the circle at the bottom of it, the round part, and they used the top was the bowl, and they'd submerge it in a bathtub.
Yep, that's exactly what mine was. Oh, not a
And they
bathtub though. It
pulled-
was in a bucket.
They did this in a bathtub. And
This
they
was in a
pulled
mop
the
bucket.
Bathtub up, and then they just put the thing on my head, and I went, and it was billowing out from underneath too. But the thing is, that whole thing fit like onto your shoulders.
Yeah,
and
that's
you were
crazy.
Breathing it in and out, just blowing out. I think I might have been like maybe 17 or 18 years old when that happened, but so it was a long time ago. It was like back in the 90s. Yeah, I think the first time I smoked a bong, it wasn't even with a finger like hole cover. So the second time I smoked a bong, I didn't know to put my finger over it, and I blew some of the water out because I had already smoked.
See? Look at that
before
shit.
that.
He filled that. Look how much smoke he puts in that bong. Yes, he didn't take the carb out. He didn't clear the bong.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. Wait, is it only coming up on your screen or is it coming up on both?
Oh,
of us?
I didn't share it. My bad. My bad.
They figured out how to light the joint.
You put
though.
your lips inside of this?
Yeah, you feel it from this.
It's like a porno thing.
What?
Put your lips inside of this?
Yeah, you feel it from this.
It's like a porno.
You hear it, right?
Uh-oh.
Whoa. You's a smoker, man.
I'm telling you, the way he's smoking that joint in the middle, the way Marvin's smoking that joint, and the way he said you're a smoker, man. He's a church guy, but he went out in the back and smoked. He smoked something. Come on
He
now.
smoked reefer before, or he's watched the TV show. Like he knows how to do it from the television.
Those hand motions, the way you hold it, you're looking at it, the way you're hitting it, that's not from just watching. That's from experience. Well, he is holding it a little awkwardly. Never mind. He is.
Yeah, he is holding it awkwardly. Yeah, he doesn't know how to smoke weed.
Well, the other guy doesn't either. None of these guys do. So yeah.
You smoke in there still if you want to puff on it.
You don't puff the smoke in there. That's to everyone out there in this world. That's stale smoke right now. You have to clear that out of there. The way to hit a bong is it's the same concept as this, kind of.
Clear it all the way.
So
Clear
it's
it
gonna
all the way.
when it vibrates, I'm gonna suck, and wow, and when it finally
Trying
does,
to
hold
entice
on,
the internet?
hold on. When it finally does, and this is the carb. See, this is a slow. It has air, so it's not gonna do exactly the same thing. But like I could hit.
Because that's fancy electronic shit.
And when it
That's
fills
why.
up in there, I want to get the smoke out. I open it up. But I
These
get-
guys are trying to smoke weed the way that they should have smoked weed in the 1970s, but they're giving them shit that's like way stronger than what was around in the 1970s.
That's what I'm
Because
He cleared it.
Got a cough to get high? Shit.
See, how do you know that? You got a cough to get high.
I think he's a cop.
Crazy. This is
I
crazy,
think Marvin's
man.
This is being sponsored by Luden's Cough Drops, right?
I let my daughter know what I was going to do,
Okay.
and she goes, I can't believe you're going to do that, Dad.
I don't think it does anything to you, really. You sure this is not a placebo? Look, you're like a fish in a bowl or something. Everybody's watching.
Sorry,
On the
sorry.
count of three, we all swim up to the glass and make faces at him.
And turn the lights around.
Try it.
No, man.
Just take a light one.
I'm done. I drank a lot, and this has no comparison.
I think I'd rather do this than drink.
Cough the rest of your life?
Well, at least I know I could drive.
What would any of your parents think if they knew you guys were smoking weed?
My dad, if he was still alive, he would disown me.
Marvin, how did your family, when you were growing up, talk about drugs?
Well, they never talked about them, you know. My older brothers got caught up in it and it messed them around, some of them, you know, needles, things of that nature. So that kept me more and more away from that, you know, that kind of madness.
I see that, you know, like I hear what he's saying with that because
Yeah.
I know like a whole bunch
Yeah.
of people who like had family members who like did such
No, I
worse
agree.
drugs
Yeah.
that even though they were like into music and shit, that they were straight edge because they had family members who were like fucked up on drugs and shit. So I could see how that could happen.
Yeah, I kind of understand it
You know what
now
I mean?
a little more. But
I was
mean-
expecting it to be three of the guys on the left, like just three dudes like that. I didn't think this fucking obvious. This guy is not. This isn't his first time smoking weed for you know like how the other two guys are. The first two guys definitely never smoked before. Guy number three definitely has and just forgot, and just thinks like, well, I mean, I've tried it like 17 times before, but it's like, you know, it always happened when he was drunk.
Looks space age.
what is that? Oh, that's the hash.
If it opens, it opens.
Oh, that's the
One of these
vaporizer. I
rings,
have
Yeah,
that.
that's what
Where
I'm
is
kind
it?
of figuring.
Where
Push
is
this
that?
end and it buzz to, oh,
There you go.
That's the
Changing
packs.
colors. Is it a flashlight?
changed color.
They're looking
physically
in the
have that.
future.
Where is it?
That's a Pax vaporizer.
Yeah, I have. I own that. I don't know where it is though. I gotta start using that again.
Yeah, that, oh, definitely. I definitely feel a little bit different after inhaling that thing there.
Yeah, that one's faster. It's also much better.
Never have I ever had a golden shower.
What?
I don't even know what that is.
Golden showers when you let yourself out and somebody stands over and pees on you.
Yeah, well, like a
That's
water.
supposed to
No.
be fun for some people.
Yeah, well, not me.
Why would you? What?
You know, it's getting kind of hard to read.
Wow.
I feel like I felt. Oh, well, never mind what the hell I was going to say.
Talk to me, my friend. Shoot, you got
Just
flow.
just start. It'll flow.
Oh, what the hell was I going to say? My mouth feels like a mouth of peanut butter.
My mouth feels like a mouth of peanut butter. I'm not making fun of them. I just
I fe- no, but I
understand
feel
them
like
very well because I'm
this-
high right now too. My
this-
mouth does
this-
feel like a mouth of peanut butter.
I can't believe that the guy number three never smoked weed before. He seems like the number one candidate to become a
Yeah,
stoner.
well, I believe it. When he said he grew up in a religious household and he had family members that were doing drugs, and like the bigger, harder drugs made him not go near it, or knew people that had issues. So I understand that. I mean,
That's guy number two.
After-
Guy number three is just like I told my daughter. She says I'm crazy. And
oh,
it's
that
like,
guy. You're talking about the serial killer. Oh, yeah.
Yes, number three. Guy number three. That's what I mean. Guy number two is like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? He's like so much bad influences around him that he just like went the opposite direction, which happens a lot.
Is the lighter ringing now?
Oh, no, I'm just really relaxed.
Okay.
Do you guys want some snacks right now?
What was that? Big news.
You guys believe in an afterlife?
Yeah, you go underground, 6 feet deep. That's what I believe.
I believe that you have a soul.
Graham, how about you?
I don't think I heard anything you said.
We don't know how long the sun's gonna last. I mean, it's a fireball. How long is that thing gonna stay like it is? Is it real? I don't know. It feels real, but I can't reach out and touch it.
Fidget spinners. I bet you they told him no cell phones.
Lift my head, I don't even want to lift my eyebrows.
Everything
What?
feels a little different. You know, like you're used to wearing loose clothes and all of a sudden somebody wraps you in duct tape or something. You know, your skin would feel different. That's kind of how
What?
I feel like my brain is probably about 3 sizes bigger than my skull.
Do you guys think it should be legal?
Think it should be legal. It should never been illegal, is what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Graham? Huh? Isn't that right, my friend? Yeah.
I am so relaxed.
They've come to expect that.
Yo,
everything
this
would
is
be
pretty fucking funny.
rainbows
Yeah,
and
man.
unicorns.
Hold on.
And I see a lot of really frustrated people because they've hit that brick wall. Oh, God, you know, life is no fun.
Yeah, but the ones coming behind us that's going to be running it, they're laughing because they're
This
having
guy
fun
right
with
here's
what
the
they're getting
man.
ready to do.
He's the man.
See, I could hear everything in here, but I'm like too tired to move.
That's called being stoned.
How's technology changed since you guys were younger?
Man. They call it the computer, but what is it? You know, other than something that's holding a bunch of knowledge that humans put into it, you know, but it's advanced everything.
I remember when they discovered Pluto.
You can remember that? Hey, Graham, did you know they just discovered Pluto?
What? They didn't just discover Pluto.
How do you feel about marijuana right now?
Within the last 100 years, they did.
Potentially using it in your everyday life?
Not me. I couldn't picture it. Well, I just don't feel comfortable with whatever's happening, you know.
I don't know. I've still got an open mind about it, but this definitely feels weird. I don't know how I feel about feeling weird.
Grant, would you smoke again?
Yeah, but I think more slower.
I did more slower.
I think more slower, I think he
Okay.
said.
I just feel really relaxed.
In a good way?
Oh yeah, like I'm floating. I really got to do this more often.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching. We hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post all kinds of stuff, both
There's their
weed and
YouTube
non-weed
channel.
related. If you want to pick
They-
up the packs that was
they-
featured
I
in this
think I may
video,
have seen
you
the
guys can
grandma
buy it by
smoke
clicking
weed
this link right over
before.
here or in the description
is-
box below.
this is the
And
same
if
exact
you
thing,
don't want
right?
to buy
Except
one,
it's just a set
good
of
news, there's a
grandfathers?
Yeah.
contest going where you can win
Exactly.
your very own packs for free.
Exactly what it is.
So I think I've seen the grandmas already. Which it seemed a little bit more like they were a little bit more rowdy.
Well, of course they are. They're grandmas. Grandmas are always rowdy.
Like the dudes just like, whatever. Yeah, yes, I've seen this. It got a little.
What? BP2. What up, Jim Rowe? Jenny. We gonna let y'all know how these verbal.
And you've never smoked marijuana before?
No, I've never smoked marijuana.
Is there a reason why you
All right, I sort of
Too
believe
busy
it from all
raising
three of
children.
them.
I was a suburban housewife, and we had our cigarettes and our cocktails, and we were happy.
No,
Cigarettes
I've never
and
smoked marijuana
cocktails.
It's happening. Let's bring it out there. Let them just handle it.
Oh, I have nerves. All of a sudden, I have butterflies.
before. Yipes.
Butterflies?
They're like, I'm a
We don't know what to do with that.
She said
Or you want
yipes.
me to light it?
Okay, let's.
I mean, and then
So the grand.
So
okay,
sexist.
Can we just?
So sexist right there.
They come from a different era. That's number one. But notice how the grandpas sort of figured it out a little quicker. But the thing is, they did give them joints.
No. I'm saying it's sexist that he offered to light it for them. And for the dudes, they're like, here, have fun, figure it out.
Yeah, but you see, I mean, they made it easier for the dudes a little bit with the joints. But I think if they left the bongs out, they all would have smoked that bong because the guy went right to it. He was like, I think so, and he tried. And then he actually fucking inhaled and got high as fuck. That guy, the guy on the fucking who was falling asleep on the right hand side, definitely got fucking high. He was high out of his face, for shit sure.
smoking to here.
Here we go. Stand by one.
So yeah, you can gently you can stop lighting it. You can let go of the lighter.
Now take a breath. Oh, maybe not.
Smooth.
She didn't get a whole lot of that though. You gotta pull that fucking.
You need more. Oh, you need more.
Now they're helping each other.
Put your whole face over that. Yes, there. Do it
How
like you
old
mean
are
it.
they? How old do you think they are? 70s?
Between
It's your
65 and
Oh, it's
70.
my
It's
turn.
your turn. Okay, burning.
And they just keep smoking. Wow.
I think it was easier than I
Nothing's
thought.
better than
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it
Except
was
now it's
better to
burning,
do
burning.
the bong and not the cigarette, the joint, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel some tingle in my brain.
I feel
Tingle.
like I'm smiling.
Yeah. You've played this before. I've played this before.
It needs to go like
Well, you
here.
know you could use all your hands.
No, you can't. Oh, you can't? Well, don't tell me that.
And helps with the straw.
Well, I won't tell you what was going through my mind.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, lady. I was thinking the same thing.
What was going on?
Who is, by the way, who is Dolores Umbridge?
On the end of it like this.
I have no idea.
Dolores.
Oh, this could be dangerous.
You know, I'm thinking, why the hell does this vaporizer have a straw like that?
Oh, wow. She's from Harry
You
Potter.
can go. Green
Go.
means go. All right.
Oh, it's the color, too. They wore the same,
That
she wears
straw
the same
thing, like-
color.
You want to swallow. Jesus.
You want to swallow.
Sweet mother.
She got actual smoke.
Okay, in the new movie,
Grandma on
Disney
the end
Channel
definitely,
movie,
it's always the third person knows how to
Hannah
smoke
Montana
cigarettes.
struggles with what for the first time? Christopher Walken or a bleached asshole?
A bleached asshole.
Like this.
Which was it?
The bleached asshole.
Oh, thank you. I could go iron now for days. I love to iron. Oh,
You do?
oh yeah.
You're kind of weird.
Who the fuck likes to iron?
Going to Broadway this season. Blank the musical. Okay, so it'd be the South or Queefy.
So they play Cards Against Humanity for like 45 minutes.
No, there's no R.
Oh, the video's almost over.
Queffing? Anybody know what queffing is?
Queefing.
Queffer.
ING.
Queffer.
Yeah, anybody know what that really is?
It's a very modern word.
Is it, are there other
It's queefer.
is there more
Not
terminology
queffer.
we'd probably know?
Oh, okay.
Fooling around a lot.
Queffering? Do you mean queffering?
You know, tie me up. You know?
Oh, then let's do that one.
Wow.
Coming to Broadway this season, Pussy Farts, the musical.
Pussy Farts the musical.
When I do it, I really feel
Oh,
like the
shit.
muscles here in my neck seem
So, tie me up. At the same time or one at a time?
not as tight. And I see a lot of benefits for it. But, yeah.
I totally lost track of what you were talking about.
I know. And then sometimes when we're up here, we just get so like, what? What were you saying?
I'm feeling like I really don't care.
Well, we know we know who searches mature as their first their first title in the search engine on Pornhub.
And so
Wow.
a little bit of tea, I think, kicked it up a notch.
Are you sure
The
that
tea.
was tea?
Okay, so go ahead and tell us
How I feel.
tell a story, and we'll.
I don't think I think I really inhaled a lot,
Oh, you
but
did.
I do not feel as high as they look to me. I don't feel to me as high as they look to me.
Oh, brother. Oh,
Just
God,
like
let's
a-
write that one down.
Just like being drunk, isn't it?
Yeah, I would do it again if I can get this bag of chips open. Yeah.
It's they have fun, but I'm definitely not thinking that they're giving them like fucking full ass strength weed though. You know what I mean?
I mean,
They're
who
probably
knows?
giving them the like some
Sticks, no
mids.
stones will break my bones. But don't fool around with my marijuana. I can assure you, if you do, sticks and stones will break your bones.
What does this lady making edibles?
I don't know. It just came on. Sorry.
To go meet
Oh, this is long as fuck.
Okay.
Well, what does this lady do? This lady just makes fucking.
Would you give me some
Yeah.
of that?
She uses it as a spice too.
Anxiety.
Get out of here.
I think we should do half, and then we'll refill the bowl.
Like weed lasagna?
Yeah. Let's see.
We medical marijuana on a donation basis.
Show me the
Have some
food.
effect.
Show me the food.
I will let you
Show me the
them, my
food.
dear. Did you want a pat?
Here's the food.
Honestly, one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I got to learn about Wham. I've got to learn about Nona's cooking. I've got to learn about Val's dessert.
I want to make a toast.
So she just sprinkles weed over everything?
All of you,
Well, I think she infuses it with olive oil too, because if you add olive oil to it as well, it'll activate it.
It'll activate. Yeah.
And thanks, Mama, for teaching us all so much, for teaching me, and for all your support and love. I love you.
I love you too, my darling daughter.
And Matt, you killed it in the kitchen.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you.
Sorry, we skipped
It's
most
like-
of that video, but it was cool.
This is the thing about edibles, right? Like, I'm just so used to how it's like packaged and distributed now, like in candy form and tincture and cookies, and usually it's like confectionery or like snack food. You know what I mean? Like you never really get like riced cauliflower infused with THC or like, you know what I mean?
Wait, why would?
What would be nice is
I've made
cannabis infused peanut butter would be pretty fucking awesome.
I've had Nutella. I had cannabis infused Nutella.
Yeah, and I've had also like something that was like fluff that was cannabis infused.
But
it was like made from vegetable oil and shit. It wasn't like actual
cannabis infused bolognese.
So how did you? All right, you
olive
cooked the
oil
meat sauce. Oh, you just rendered it in the olive oil first, and then made your meat sauce on top.
Yeah.
How did it?
Well, no. So basically, there's some olive oil used in a tomato sauce.
Yeah.
That olive oil I used was infused with THC, so it was in the sauce.
You could also slice garlic into the olive oil and sizzle it first before you.
So
any sort of
everything like that, yes, everything like that was like cooked like that.
Yeah.
It came out really good. It came out real strong. My father ate my leftovers one day and then called me up after he landed in Florida, going, "What
sauce
the
is always
fuck?
best.
The hell did you do to me, man?" And I go, "Well, stop eating my leftovers."
It's always best the next day though, like cold sauce. Like
Yeah, dude, it came out good. I made like rasta pasta, but it wasn't rasta pasta because that's actually a thing apparently. But it was just pasta with weed sauce, and it was.
You know what I would do?
Mega.
I would maybe experiment with making like a homemade fucking sauce, like Sunday
Cheers.
sauce, and like maybe making fucking pizza out of like infused sauce, and having like.
Yeah, they do that. There's a pizza place in New York City that has that.
No, but homemade, like just making it at home.
I mean, you could do that.
You know, yeah. Because I've like made homemade pizza like a lot. Like you pre-buy the crust or whatever. You
You can buy the dough too.
Or buy the dough and then roll out the pizza at home, and then put my like sauced up sauce on it. You know what I mean? The thing is, I feel like the acidity would probably take away from anything that would be like gamey. Sometimes if you eat edibles or anything that's like rendered in like sort of canna butter, sometimes it's like overwhelmingly tastes like weed.
Yeah, it definitely.
You know what
can.
I mean? Like medicine-y almost.
Yeah. It depends how they make it. It's how they extract it and shit.
I feel like the biggest thing to hide it is like sour flavors. That's why always those sour gummies are the ones that taste like it the least. You know what I mean? Like it really masks it.
I had weed ice cream before. It didn't taste like weed that much, but it also didn't give me that high. So it was kind of like silly.
Was it in the ice cream or just like on the candy outside? Like on
It was in the ice cream.
Wow.
There was no candy. It was just vanilla ice cream. So I don't even know how they made it. I guess milk fat. You need fat to extract the THC.
It's got some sort of machine to fucking mix that all in evenly.
Well, that's how.
You
Well,
know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
definitely had an ice cream maker. They definitely had an ice cream maker.
How do you test for the potency of an ice cream?
You guess. You're guessing.
You know how, like,
at that
you
point
know
it's a guessing game.
There's that guy who makes in 6 digits a year. The guy makes just ice cream tasting for like Haagen-Dazs and like all these. Like he
Ice
just
cream
gets hired to
tasting?
taste for. Yeah, but like 1/3 of his work is tasting ice cream. Like he's like a sommelier for ice cream, and the guy makes like $150,000 a year, and that's just all this guy does. Now, my question is, for quality control, do you have to get like ice cream taster if you make cannabis infused?
You probably should.
Ice cream.
You probably should.
That's the awesomest job in the world.
I'll be that guy. You need to hire someone, I'll be that guy.
That sounds fucking awesome. Because sometimes, like, I don't know, like I've had cheese doodles that were like infused and
Cheese
like,
doodles. I had Doritos.
Like crunchy cheese doodles.
I had Doritos. Like not real Doritos. They weren't the brand, but they were knockoffs.
Triangle tortilla chips, right?
Yeah, well, they were packaged as Doritos.
And they tasted weird, right? Like
Yeah.
they were odd. I thought that all tasted odd. Candies are the only things that don't.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
It's the easiest way to fucking hide it. You know what I mean? Is in fucking candy form or chocolate. Chocolate does it. But sometimes if you have a cookie or like a confectionery, sometimes it just tastes very like I'm eating straight up grass.
Yes. No, I wouldn't say grass, but like some of that shit you can be like, there's definitely weed in that.
But that's usually because of how concentrated the butter is. Because that's why it fucking is dank like that. It's because there's so much of it in it. You know what I mean? Because it's just how well it works, cooking it down in certain fats and shit. But
I
it
once
can
made.
sneak up on you. That's when it's dangerous. Sometimes
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
like,
say I once made pot brownies that was so strong, I thought I was gonna be in a coma.
like you realize what you're doing, like while you're eating it, and you're like, I can't spit this out. This is like a very expensive confectionery. This isn't like my $3 brownie. This is like a fucking $20 fucking brownie square, and you're like,
Yeah, man.
oh, and you're like committed already. You don't want it. This thing's crumbling in your hand. You're not gonna put it back in the package. So you just think, whatever. You eat the whole thing, and you're like, I'm already there. Take me to the fucking loony bin.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Exactly.
But you realize it while you're eating it because of how you can taste how strong they are. You know. That's why I sort of trust like the candies that don't really taste them because I know that's why I know I won't feel guilty if I eat another 8 gummy
but if
bears
you
in
get
a row like I did that time.
Listen, I got some in Cali. What brand were they? 710 maybe. They might have been 710 gummies, and you taste it, you bite it, you're like,
Yeah.
But you don't get that
'cause
fucked. It's not that. It's not over. It's like it just feels more like on point with the measurements. Like it's not as like some of the ones
But
you get
it's-
off the black market are. Oof.
Maybe it's like those things are like real 50 like.
That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
like
It's closer to
milligram.
being real, not to some
Instead
off the charts.
one of them's like 35.
ridiculousness.
Yeah, because sometimes one's 35 and the other one's like 60% like potency, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're like fucking la la land because you're like, oh, these little things, and it's like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, be careful. You're not using. You're like, damn, how'd you eat all those? You're not using like heavy machinery for the next 2 or 3 days, are you? Yeah, I accidentally have overeaten. You know, like many a times.
We all have many.
Because I wasn't paying attention, and they tasted good because you barely tasted it, and you're like, oh, hell. And then 2 hours later, you're like, shit. You know, it's finally made it to my digestive system. And then you're couch bound in an arena in the Barclays Center.
Oh
while all
yeah.
your friends
Oh my
are up
God.
and down.
It's so
I couldn't. I
So
was just tunnel
ridiculous.
vision watching
Yeah.
the worst fights ever because that was like the worst UFC card of all time. And that
It was
happened to me.
really. It was the worst time ever
Then-
we went, and had.
Yeah, none of the other
it's-
pay-per-views were as bad as that one.
And that's the one time I brought my wife with me, and she was like, "This is horrible." I go, "Yeah, you're at the worst event we've ever been to."
The worst.
The
one. It
worst.
was the
Everything
worst
was
one.
bad about it. The parking was bad. Getting in was bad. Getting out was bad. The fights were bad. The concession was bad. Everything was bad.
We've been to we went to that one non-televised. It was just on Fight Pass, the one in Albany, and that one was more exciting than the
Yes.
actual pay-per-view I think it was UFC 208, right? But either way, I was catatonic. I felt like I had horse blinders on, and all I could do was just see the cage and no action because there were several fights in a row where like nothing happened. You know what I mean? It was like nothing to fucking write home about. And I was there. I didn't get up to go to the bathroom. I think I watched like 10 fights in a row before I got up to go to the bathroom. It was like right before the main event. And then when I got back for the main event, I was just like not interested. And they even said, I think that's in the record books for worst UFC ever.
It was bad. It was worse than bad.
Because so many bad things happened before. So many fights got canceled, right? Tony Ferguson, that was one of the him and Khabib was supposed to fight.
Yeah, he got hurt or something happened. A lot of those.
The day before Conor McGregor threw that fucking hand truck at the bus. The day before that, Conor McGregor threw the hand truck at the bus, and Michael Chiesa.
Is that what messed up that pay-per-view?
That was one of the things that messed up that pay-per-view. Yeah. Yep. But the thing is there were several cancellations, I think. And then the main event became Holly Holm and Jermaine Durandamine. For whatever
happened to her? Did she quit? I think she quit, right?
She retired. Jermaine?
Yeah.
Retired.
Well, quit, retired, same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is it really quit if you're like in your like 40s? I think she was like 40, 41. Or maybe youngest, she was like 39 when she quit. And that was at least a year ago.
Let me see. How do you spell her name? Jermaine
Durandamine. She is retired. She's got to be 40 something.
Let's see. Spelled her name completely wrong, but I found her. She's 38, so she's up there, but that's not that crazy. How old is Holly Holm?
She's got to be the same age, or maybe a little younger.
41.
Holly Holm is 41?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Jermaine Durandamine was like in her 40s and Holly Holm was like in her like early 30s, late 30s. But yeah, that fight was.
Kat Zingano retired, right? She's 40 now.
Yes, she retired.
Oh, it says she's currently. Wait, no, it says she's currently signed with Bellator and competing in the women's featherweight division.
It's still active.
Currently signed, yeah, weird.
Yeah, that would make her like she's been an active fighter for like 14, 15 years, right? So there's going to be female fighters who are going to have 20-year careers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them did start in their early 20s. A lot of them did start competing in their early 20s. You know what I mean? And just now, are now in their 40s now. Holly Holm was like was a champion fucking kickboxer and boxer, right? Before she came to the UFC. So, and she's been fighting for at least 20 something years. That's crazy. Long ass career. You know what I mean? Even Ronda Rousey's career is short. Like what? How long was her professional career? 12 years? Right?
Let me see. Yeah, it was about 12 years.
About 12 years. Yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot of female fighters who are like getting it, like retiring like 2 decades in. You know what I mean? Which is nuts. Because that's like, that's how long it's been around for. That shit got popular real quick.
It really did. It blew up.
I mean? Women's fighting rose as fast as they thought WNBA was.
Yeah, way fast.
And it surpassed that. Like everybody thought the WNBA was going to be like, oh, the beginning for people like really getting into women's sports, but women's MMA and it becoming like widely sanctioned in several places and being accepted socially, like it fucking jumped up in popularity way faster than WNBA could have ever imagined themselves jumping up. They still wish to get to that level.
Yeah, but they don't even pay a lot of money.
No, but that's the thing.
UFC doesn't really pay a lot of money.
Yeah, nobody really pays to go to WNBA games, and I think like
that too. But I'm saying UFC doesn't.
The NBA supplements keeping them open. I think. You know what I mean? Because I think the WNBA has taken losses. I think recently, and not even just recently, just overall, because people just aren't into it. I think what they should do is just integrate both leagues and just whoever rises to the top rises to the top. You know what I mean? Like if the, you know, I think men should just start playing like women in all sports. Like anybody could just play.
Yeah, why not? Everyone's
becomes
equal,
good.
right?
Why not just let it all just happen?
We're all
Nothing has to be
equal.
separated.
We're all equal.
We could all. I don't want to. You know, like I think, you know, and if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, you could do it. Nothing else matters, right? Everybody's equal.
How would that turn out? No, what would happen is like sports like baseball, you'll have a couple of standouts. At first, you might have like 3 or 4 players who are, you know, like who will like sort of break through and do like crazy shit. But I think in the NBA, I think even in football, you might get like a female player who might be standout right here or there. But if you went NBA to WNBA, I feel like it would be a rarity that you would get any sort of like maybe bench value, because some of these dudes are fucking enormous, dude. They're enormous. Like a lot of these people, like the average height of a basketball player, I think has gone up since the 80s.
Average.
You know what I mean? Average height of a basketball player, of a male basketball player, has to be like 6'7" or 6'6".
Wow. No way.
What's the average height of of an NBA player?
No, I looked up the average height of a WNBA player.
6 foot?
Five, 6?
5'6" is the average height?
Yeah.
But like, isn't Brittany Griner like 6'4"
How
or
tall
6'5"?
is Brittany? She's 6'9".
So she's a standout.
Tallest.
But the
So
thing is,
the tallest women's NBA player is 7'2".
Yeah, which of course, yeah.
Okay, then you have Han Zhu Z, 6'10", 6'10", 6'9", 6'9",
How many people in that
6'8".
league are 7 foot? In comparison to the NBA, like how many people are 7 feet tall? How many people are 6'12", or 6'11", or 6'9"?
The tallest NBA player is 7'9", and it's Sun Ming. And then you have someone 7'7", 7'7", 7'7", 7'6", 7'6", 7'2". So yes.
Yeah.
But the average women's NBA player was only 5'6".
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. Average.
I feel like you might get some standouts.
No,
even
it
in
says,
hockey.
and those are the shortest. The shortest women's NBA player is 5'6". The average height is about 6 feet tall, and
Okay,
the tallest
that's what I mean.
the tallest is 7'2".
Yeah, they're 6 feet. So the average height of an NBA player has to be about 6'6", right?
The average height is 6'6". You are correct. Dead on.
So 6 inches, that's a lot, dude. And, you know, as far as average goes. So if you had an integrated league where men and women, right, could play, anybody could play. Anybody who could play ball with the one actual full-size regulation ball, because I think the WNBA ball is a little smaller.
Really?
Than the NBA regulation.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm not.
Either way, my point is, I think there'd be less standouts in the integrated NBA than there would be in like baseball. Because you ever watch like a college softball, like come up like on ESPN
I don't think
or whatever.
so.
What I'm saying is like they play ball. Like I think in Major League Baseball, if you integrated a league, there'd be standouts in baseball. There might even be with football. But I don't think in basketball, I don't think that there could ever be.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's too many giants. There's too many giants. You know, because in baseball is like a kind of sport where an average height person, like somebody who's 5'6" could be a standout. Like they got that guy Jose Altuve on the Houston Astros, who's like, you ever see that picture of him standing next to Aaron Judge?
No.
There's a picture where Aaron Judge is on base and Aaron Judge is like 6'7". He stands next to him. He literally looks like an LP next to him. He legit looks like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah,
standing next to him. And he's like 5'4", I think. So it's plausible to have like a woman who's like 5'8", 5'6", might possibly be a standout in Major League Baseball, but I don't think that would happen in NBA. I can't see that happening.
It's too big of a difference.
It's too big of a difference.
On that note,
another stoned one.
Yeah, I'm high as shit.
Yeah. That conversation went in a weird direction.
Yeah, for real. But I'm high as shit. Like, oof.
So moral of the story, dipshits. If you're gonna be a stoner, try to be a rich stoner. I hear they fare better out there in the wild.
Thanks for watching the Dumbfounded Dipshits. Please like, subscribe. That
subscribe.
Stuff.
Like and subscribe.
See you Wednesdays at 9:15.
Sometime after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, usually 9:15.
If you're here at 9 o'clock, you're gonna have to wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're not always this high, but today we got really fucking high.
Got that medical card.